அனைவருக்கும் இனிய மாலை வணக்கம். ரோஜா முத்தையா ஆராய்ச்சி நூலக வரலாற்றில் இன்று ஒரு முக்கியமான நாள். நூலகம் செயல்படைய தொடங்கிய காலம் முதலே நவீன தொழில்நுட்பத்தை தகவமைத்துக் கொண்டு, அதை தமிழ் பண்பாட்டிற்கு உகந்த வகையில் பல்வேறு வகையில் செயல்பட்டு வந்திருக்கிறது அனைவரும் அறிந்ததே. குறிப்பாக அ உலக தரத்தில் நூலடைவு உருவாக்குதல், நூல் பாதுகாப்பு கூடம் உருவாக்குதல் போன்ற செயல்பாடுகளை நமது நூலகம் செய்தது அனைவருக்கும் தெரியும். அதன் வரிசையில் இன்று உலக தரத்தில் நாம் மின் நூலகத்தை வெளியிட இருக்கிறோம். இதற்கு வருகை புரிந்துள்ள உங்கள் அனைவரையும் அன்போடு வரவேற்கிறோம். முறையாக வரவேற்புரை வழங்க ரோஜா முத்தையா ஆராய்ச்சி நூலக இயக்குனர் திரு சுந்தர் கணேசன் அவர்களை அழைக்கிறேன்.
Very good evening to all of you. I'm very happy to welcome our chief guest for this evening, Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan. Actually, he needs no introduction, but for those who are new, I would like to say a few words. He was a former CEO of Cognizant Technologies, and he's currently the Chancellor of Kriya University, one of the famous universities and important university. Which is not too far, but on the bordering Tamil Nadu and Andhra in Siri city. And we are also collaborating with the Kriya University. You've just started. We're going to have a research writing workshop. I'm very happy to say that. The first workshop will be on coming Saturday. And I'm also happy to invite Mr. Balakrishnan, honorary consultant to the Indus Research Center and also trustee of the Roja Mutia Research Library Trust. I welcome all of you for this evening, and it's a historic day for the Roja Mutia Research Library. I am saying this is historic because you will understand why I say it is historic in a while. One of the commitments of the Roja Mutia Research Library is to democratize knowledge. And its commitment to democratize that knowledge, we are keeping that commitment, and I'm very happy that today we will be inaugurating the digital library, the resources of RMRL, which were collected over 30 years, and in a phased manner this will be released. And I'm very happy that Mr. Lakshminarayan has consented to launch the digital library. It's important that a person like him does this kind of a launch, so that who understands the nature of the work, and also heading a university like Kriya University. I'm sure he will, and everyone will appreciate much better why he's the right person to do this. Since 1994, when the library was started in 1994, with the help of University of Chicago, who bought the collection from the family of Roja Mutia, and when they decided to house in Chennai, it was decided to preserve through microfilming, which was the available technology at that time. For over 10 years, that technology prevailed, and from the year 2000, we started digitizing as the new technology was available. Probably, I think we are one of the first people to import a scanning mission, which is of archival quality, and very few institutions in India, including the IGNCA, the National Archives of India, had probably same time purchased similar equipment, imported similar equipment for the digitization. For us, it was not direct digitization to begin with. We had to digitize what were already available on microfilms, so it was easier for us. And also there was a similar project going on preservation just around that time by the Indian Institute of Science, what is called as a Million Book Project. And they digitized several collections all over India, but we really do not know what the status of the books are right now, where they are. So much of the material were also lost during the process. So for 10 years, we digitized all material that are free from copyright. Nearly 30 lakh page images have been digitized. I'm so happy to say that. but we were not in a position to deliver them online for want of infrastructure, for want of financial resources, for want of human resources. People who are in this field must know that the most important component here is a server. We don't have a good server. We still don't have a good server. And imagine 15 years back when we were ready to deliver, we didn't have a server, and a server costed uh, really a lot. And to maintain a server, you need network engineers, and that was also very expensive. So it was around that time we started thinking of delivering, and we were trying to get support. I don't know for what reason. We got support for other things, but we did not get support for a server. But our images, the material that is in the library, were delivered through other platforms: the Internet Archive, JSTOR, South Asia Open Archives, Endangered Archives Program of the British Library, Center for Research Library in Chicago, and Digital South Asia Library. All our resources were available through these platforms, but they were not on one platform. That was the major issue. And people were thinking that our resources are not made available online. That was not true. In 2015, we sought the help of support of the Institute of Math Science, who are our neighbors on the next road. And Institute of Math Science developed on two platforms. One is Koha and the other one is DSpace. DSpace is a bit of a complex platform which suits very well for universities, um, and where there is enough support, inside support with the technology. Uh, we tried for a couple of years, 2, 3 years, and then it didn't work out well. Around the same time, we helped the Tamil Virtual Academy in the beginning to set up with some of the technical expertise that we had, and also to test their images. Now they have gone online. Much of the resources available online. Now our collection will be complementary to what they have already presented online. To start a digital library is not a major thing. Anybody can start a digital library. But the major problem is in maintaining a digital library. And I was mentioning about the server. Now you have Google, you have AWS servers. Amazon provides a wide spectrum of different types of platforms for you to put your resources online. In fact, the Director General of National Archives of India visited the library yesterday, and when I asked him, he said they also have made available on the AWS platform as opposed to NIC.NIC. Earlier, all the material were on NIC, and searching was very difficult. All the time it will be hanging. There were several issues. Now it is very seamless. I'm glad they have taken that decision, and I'm glad that we have taken that decision. Um, so, what are the other issues? The other issues while we are presenting on a digital platform is, first of all, as an archive, we have to have high resolution images, very high resolution images. But you can't present the high resolution images online. It's heavy, so opening the files will be delayed, and not everyone will have a connectivity good connectivity. Therefore, you have to lower the resolution for access copy. So from high resolution to access copies, then we have to run through it through an OCR so that you can recognize what the content is and it is still searchable within a particular file. And my colleague Maniganda Subbu will be demonstrating that in a while. And apart from that, you have to identify a good software which is suitable for online viewing. There are several softwares, several schemes, but we have developed our own on React, and I'm sure it will be easy for you. And the next step is to uh, ingest these digital files so that they can be viewed on that platform, and they have to be tagged with the metadata. The most important thing is the metadata here, apart from the images. Why are they important? Any collection which is not cataloged is considered to be a junk. So if you digitize that and make it available online without any metadata, from a physical junk, it becomes a virtual junk. So it has to be meaningful. As librarians, as information scientists, people have to curate that information and make it sensible for any user. So you have to tag that with the metadata. All the data, all the files that you will see on this platform is tagged to metadata. Uh, so it was really painstaking effort. I want to thank Mr. Balakrishnan, who has been motivating us for a while to make this available as early as possible. And it took nearly 8 months for us to complete this process, even though we had the digital files. I mentioned about the servers earlier. 2 times we lost data on our NAS system, and luckily we had saved these files in other platforms, so we retrieved them. Therefore, it took a while for us to create this digital library, at least 15 years delayed, but it is never too late, I should say. And I'm very happy. Nearly 6 people, 6 staff in the library. All this work was done in-house. We did not take any external support, because external support means money, and it was very, very expensive. Whenever people quoted us, and we were also able to work on this thanks to the government of Tamil Nadu. They started giving a grant for the salaries. That's when we were able to breathe and focus on this kind of work. So 6 people worked on this, and which was led by Maniganda Subbu, he who is going to demonstrate. And in 8 months, this has been made possible. Nearly um, around 10 lakh page images are now available on this site. Every month we'll be adding more and more material, and the functionalities will be better, will be made better. But this is the first phase, and I'm very happy that this is being released today. I want to thank you all for coming today, and also Mr. Lakshminan, who is going to be launching this in a while. Thank you very much.
தேங்க்யூ சார். தற்போது விருந்தினருக்கு சிறப்பு செய்யும் நேரம். மாண்புமிகு வேந்தர் கிரியா பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் வேந்தர் அவர்களுக்கு நூலக அறங்காவலர்கள் ஒருவரான லட்சுமி நடராஜன் ரமணி நடராஜன் அவர்களை அழைக்கிறோம். தேங்க்யூ மேடம். தேங்க்யூ சார். தற்போது நிகழ்விற்கு சிறப்புரையாற்ற சிந்துவெளி ஆய்வு மைய மதிப்புறு ஆலோசகர் திரு ஆர் பாலகிருஷ்ணன் ஐயா அவர்களை அழைக்கிறோம்.
Good evening, everybody. I'm actually not well. I don't think I can speak much about it. I will restrict myself. When my wife couldn't believe that I could ultimately make it, get up from the bed and come to the function, she said that if it is an RMRL, somehow I get the energy. I was returning from London. I fell ill last 2 days. I was actually out of circulation. And it's a very important day that we are launching the digital library, and that to being done by the most appropriate person through Lakshmi Narayanan, the former CEO and the Vice Chancellor of Korea University. And this is an important day because we are right now living in a IT age, information technology age. We need to make things happen and provide the accessibility from every point of view. I will draw an analogy from, had it not been rain today, imagine if it was not a rainy day. There are many faces I would have seen in this particular hall. I am missing them. Why? A simple reason. Today was a rainy day. Government announced holidays for the school here and there, and there was a worry. Second reason, people also know that it is being live streamed in YouTube. Okay, there is a physical barrier of rain, which otherwise they would have loved to come and see the program. And second thing, they are reassured that they will be able to see using the technology. This particular program itself is a very clear metaphor or analogy for what is accessibility means. Making things accessible, information accessible, is a democratization process, is an enabler. There is nothing. That means what makes the difference? That particular accessibility can be due to many barriers. It could be physical barrier, financial barrier, technology barrier. When I was preparing for civil service, for every book and every page, I would be traveling all over to collect the information. Today it is available where you are. So that means even we talk about sometime the special need, people with a special need. Right now we are talking about a inclusiveness where one should not find any barrier. That means knowledge should be accessible, information should not be denied, there should not be any barrier. Then only the real enabling environment will be created in the world. That could be conceptual barrier. There will be, just go out and see. There is a small invitation in this place in Tamil Nadu about 100 years back, 80 years back, 100 years back, we get an invitation for drama theaters. Who can come, who cannot come? Can you imagine? We are now removing all the barriers. Right now, information has to be democratized. Information has to be made available to everybody. Now, I am one of the beneficiary of the technology. I was working 40 years in Orissa, coming physically here to Chennai to do my research in the weekend. Now, after Zoom technology came, we translated book through Zoom. Right now, whether I am in London or in Chennai or in Bhubaneswar, I am able to access any dream book which I was looking for a research project, which I would not have been able to reach at all. So that kind of enabling environment has been created. It's only beginning. As Sundar rightly pointed out, that it has to be very participatory and it has to be plural. And that is the reason, even when we are taking help, we are taking help from the all over the world. And not only Tamil diaspora and Tamils, from everywhere. And today, Mr. Lakshminarayanan here, because I would like to thank Subrat Bachi. Dr. Subrat Bachi is our friend, my personal friend, and he has such a close family. And he basically put him across. When we explained this concept, the first help came from Subrat Bachi, the founder of Mindtree, and his friends, and everybody came to help this library. Now we are in the process of setting up a new campus. I apologize that my inability to speak. I don't want to drag myself. I have been already warned by the doctor not to strain myself. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir, for this. Thank you.
தேங்க்யூ சார். தற்போது கிரியா பல்கலைக்கழகத்தின் மாண்புமிகு துணைவேந்தர் அவர்களை தொடக்கி வைக்குமாறு, மின் நூலகத்தை தொடக்கி வைக்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். தேங்க்யூ சார். தற்போது இந்த மின் நூலகத்தை சீரிய முறையில் எவ்வாறு பயன்படுத்துவது என்பது குறித்து ரோஜாமுத்தை ஆராய்ச்சி நூலக உதவி இயக்குனர் திரு மணிகண்ட சுப்பு அவர்கள் நம்மிடையே எடுத்துரைப்பார்.
Good evening to all. I thank Dr. Lakshminarayanan sir to inaugurate this digital library. I would like to just give a brief demo about what are the functionalities and facilities available in this digital library. So, as you know, we are maintaining the same domain rmrl.in for this site. So, uh, one important thing is we have also redesigned our website. So now, earlier we had a website and we have a catalog, which is a web application in separate platform. Now we have integrated the website, the catalog, and also digital library in the same platform. So you can see this is the homepage of the new website, and you can see get the details about the library. You can search catalog, browse digital library, visit RMRL, all the details that are relevant to the library also you can search. There is a separate section for supporting the library, and also you can add your email to our mailing list so you can receive details about our events in the future. And also last month we launched our newsletter. So once you subscribe, you will get newsletter periodically. Now I'll go to the functionalities of this website. So this is a bilingual website. So you can see the whole website in both Tamil and English. So default, it will be English. But if you can go in the right top corner, oh, just a minute. The top right, there is Tha for Tamil and En for English. So when you click Tha, so the whole site will be turned into Tamil. So you can read all the content in Tamil also, like as you see here. So for demonstration purpose, I will use English. So as you see, the catalog is, so we have been providing the catalog service, online catalog service for more than 10 years. So the catalog is here. Now I will demonstrate the digital library. So you have to click the browse digital library icon. So this is our digital library. One thing what we wanted to provide to the user is ease of using this site. So we segregated all the resources like starting from books, periodicals, official publications, personal collections, research papers, and also we have curated videos. A lot of videos are in the YouTube, but what we want is to curate the videos and to provide useful information to the users. So I will go each items now. So this is so when you log into the digital library platform, by default, it will show the books. So you can see the books. So there are a lot of books. When you hover over the book title, so you can get the title and also author of the books. So there is also a search functionality where you can search books using title or author or publisher. You can search both in Tamil and English. Whatever the language of book, it will come. So now I give Tamil, for example. Now I give money. So these are the books that has either money in the title or as author. So if you click over this, now I click Tirukkural Money, so the book will appear. So this is the digital book. And this is the relevant metadata. As Sundar sir said, each item has its own metadata. This is very descriptive metadata prepared by RMRL. So you can see the metadata, and you can also see the digital book in the full screen. So you can browse through the books. And one more important thing is all the material we have provided are OCR. You can search even whether it's in English or Tamil, you can search the content. For example, when you click the search button, a search bar will appear. In that you can give, for example, I will search for Kalvi. So these are the pages in which Kalvi appears. So for example, if I get 8th page, here are Sirukku Kalvi Kudi Pirappu. So you can search inside the book. It's very useful, and it will be very useful for the scholars. So I will go out of this. So I will come back. Then we have periodicals hosted in our website. So these are some of the period. As Sundar sir said, this is the version 1. So we will periodically update the periodicals or books, whatever digitized we will update periodically. So this is all the magazines we have. So these are the titles so far we have uploaded. For example, I am going to give Kalanidhi. So first the year wise it will come. So if I want to read the periodical from 1942, can give. So these are the issues available in those period year. So here, if I give, that periodical will come. So similarly, you can use full screen option, and also you can zoom in. So if you want to read, if it's not visible, you can zoom in or you can zoom out, and you can also search. And another important thing what we have digitized is the official publications. So this is the official publications, British official records. So far we have uploaded this official publication from the British period. So we are also in the plan of uploading uh, legislative assembly debates and all. All the official government records will be updated here. And next thing is the personal collections. So currently we have uploaded personal collection of Professor Vasanthi Devi. She's a social worker and educationist. We have uploaded her collection. We digitized them, and with her permission, we have uploaded it. And also the notebooks of Dr. Airavada Mahadevan. He's an Indus scholar. So he has, for example, when you give, these are the notebooks which he has written. He named it as Jnanodayam. So you can see his notebooks. So these are this is a great opportunity for scholars to see this, because many would have not seen his handwriting. So it's great opportunity to see how we meticulously work, how we meticulously make notes and all. So this is a rare opportunity, and you can take this opportunity to see his writings and all. And we have few more other personal collection also coming. And so far we have uploaded research papers of Dr. Airavata Mahadevan and Mr. Balakrishnan. So you can see, for example, if you go Balakrishnan's papers, you can see all his papers in this portal. You can read, and it's also OCR. And then next thing is the videos. We want to like as we said earlier, we have uploaded many videos in the YouTube, but it's very difficult to locate the video, because when you give Balakrishnan sir's videos, there are a large amount of videos. So what we thought is we curate them. So so far we have Professor Susan Caesar's collection and Balakrishnan sir's collection. So we want to curate more collection. So when a research scholar comes and look for videos related to research, we can easily access these. Professor Susar Caesar's collection is an important collection, very interesting collection too. She's an anthropologist from US. She worked on India stage dramas from Tamil Nadu. So you can see. So she, in her field work in 90s, she videographed all the stage dramas, and she exclusively gave permission to RMRL to host these videotapes. And these are all available for research purposes. And also, when you go to Balakrishnan Sir's, we have Holly Skilladi Napadu and Sangachurangam talks curated here. You can go and watch them. And another thing is a gateway. Like when a research scholar coming to our archive, our digital library, we have to provide a gateway for them to look for other resources also. Many are not aware of the other digital resources where they can get information. So when you go to gateway, so this is a few digital library related to Tamil studies. For example, TVS Tamilinayam Minnulagam, Endangered Archive programs, South Asia Open Archives. They have provided very good Tamil resources. So we can you can go and search. So this will be, we hope, we are going to expand this list also. We are in the process of making this. In future, we will add more list. And this will be very useful for researchers looking for digital resources worldwide. So these are the, as Sundar sir said, we have around 10 lakh pages in this archive, and more functionalities and the functionality is very useful for scholars to search and locate items will be coming, and also more digital resources will be updated each and every month. So please explore this. It's rmrl.in, and we want everyone to make use of our digital library. Thank you.
தேங்க்யூ சார். இப்போ இதோட தொடக்க உரையாற்ற மாண்புமிகு வேந்தர் அவர்களை திரு திரு லட்சுமி நாராயணன் அவர்களை அழைத்து உரையாற்ற அழைக்கிறோம்.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, congratulations. Congratulations to Sundar Ganesh, the trustees, and all the staff of RMRL for a major accomplishment, bringing treasures out into the open for the world to see. We'll go into in what way will it benefit, what can happen with that. The difficulty with which this has been accomplished is something that I learned in the last 1 hour. Difficulty in raising funds, difficulty in using the right technology, difficulty in battling with the authorities, etc., etc. Despite all of it, if RMRL has created this digital library, it is something that all of you should be very proud of. Open source is the way the world is going. The concept of open sharing was something that started in the software industry. Open source, where people would say, hey, these are programs that I created. Now I want to leave it in the open source, operating systems in the open source, so that anybody and everybody can use it and develop on top of it. That has gone into multiple areas. Open innovation, new ideas, new things that I discover, new way of doing things. I don't protect it to myself. I just immediately publish it. Earlier, 10 years, 15 years back, if you had to look at a research paper, a paper or a new idea that is published in Science or Nature and any of those magazines, it would be very difficult to get. Prices would be expensive, and it was protected. Very limited information will be available. But now, that's no longer so. Things are freely available, because that is what has led to what Mr. Balakrishnan and Sundar talked about, democratization of knowledge. As that is done, more and more knowledge is created, more and more knowledge gets disseminated, and more innovation happens. In an ideal open world, they talk about free movement of everything, free movement of ideas, which we already see, free movement of capital, which is happening. If there is a good talent, good idea, some of the people who will fund the future, or some of the people who funded this, like originally University of Chicago, it's open. People from anywhere can come and contribute. So capital is available from anywhere in the world. Movement of open capital. Movement of people, that is the most restricted at this point in time. But most people visualize that at some stage, there will be free movement of people also, as the demography of different countries change. For example, we have surplus people. There are countries who are going to find it very difficult to grow because they don't have enough people. So that will automatically open up free movement of people. So the concept of openness and sharing and discovering is something that is ingrained increasingly in society. That's something that we also have to embrace. Now, to believe that it is only relevant for us in a particular geography is also not really right. We may think that Tamil யாரு படிக்க போறாங்க, நம்ம ஊர்ல இருக்கிறவங்க தான் பார்க்க போறாங்க, இதுக்கு பெரிய சர்வர் எதுக்கு, why do we have to popular, why do we have to put it in? That's not true. there are ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் எடுத்துக்கணும்னா 2 எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்றேன். SOASன்னு ஒண்ணு இருக்கு. School of Oriental and African Studies, the University of London. You know, one of the well-known universities that does research in multiple languages, cultures, history all around the world. They have huge funding. They have a large number of people who carry out research, and assets like this, when it is made available to them, it will be a fantastic resource for them. I'm sure they will put it to great use. And the second one is someone that the trustees and Sundar are familiar with is one person, David Shulman. David Shulman is a person who is called an Indologist. He knows several of the Indian languages. He's a Jew. Right now he is working or teaching in Hebrew University in Israel. Very, very interested in Tamil. And Kriya University honored him with a doctorate last year, an honorary doctorate to David Shulman. He couldn't come. He spoke in Tamil from his place via video conference to all the students. And it was very, very thrilling for all the students to realize that how the language is something that people are interested in, not just the language, the history about the language, how it evolved, the சங்க காலத்துல எப்படி இருந்தது அதெல்லாம். It is for us when we read a script, our context is today. But to go back to that context, you need a lot of history. That's where computers are very, very helpful. I'll give one last example and stop there. Do computers, artificial intelligence, do computers understand? Do they have emotions? Will they get emotions? Do they understand? It is proven that it understands. Computer understands. That's how the Jeffrey Hinton, he got the Nobel Prize this year. He used to work in Google. He was the one who created Gen AI, ChatGPT, அதெல்லாம் பண்ணினது அவர்தான். அவர் ஒரு simple demonstration காமிச்சார். The CBS 60 minutesல வந்தது. You'll find it in YouTube. Just 6 words he gave to the computer, to an artificial intelligent machine. Says, I want a small story out of 6 words. Baby doll not used for sale. அவ்வளவுதான். Then the story the computer created is phenomenal. Just 10 lines. It talked about how a couple who had this doll were trying to have a baby, could not conceive. So they had no longer any use for that doll. So they want to put it out for sale. There's another couple somewhere else in the world where the lady has had a miscarriage or multiple miscarriages. So to pacify her, the husband wanted to gift her a baby doll. So he said, I want to buy this particular doll. That's the story that the computer created. So this is something that he used to say, don't think that the computer does not understand. It understands, number one. And very soon, this is an emotional story. இன்னும் சீக்கிரத்துல அது emotionsம் வந்துடும் அதுங்களுக்கு. Of course, there are dangers associated with that. But அந்த மாதிரி computer capability இருக்கு. How does it get all this? It's because when so many people, millions of people digitize the content and put it out on the net in the open space, it grabs all that, gets its own ideas and innovates constantly and puts out those stories. So if you want to write a historic story today, பொன்னியின் செல்வனோ ஏதோ ஒரு version, modern version எடுக்கணும்னா, if you take the help of computer, it will be context sensitive. அந்த காலத்துல எப்படி இருந்தது, அதனால இந்த மாதிரி தான் இருந்திருக்க முடியும். They could not have used these weapons. They could not have moved those battalions so far in such a short time. So it has that kind of a capability. And this capability comes by virtue of the computer understanding different languages. என்னென்னோ லாங்குவேஜ் எல்லாம் கத்துக்காது. தமிழ் எல்லாம் ஈஸியா கத்துக்கும். என்ன நம்ம அவுட்புட் கொடுக்குறோமோ அதெல்லாம் it will just kind of keep memorizing and that capability will be there. So to that extent, whatever we do in this digital library and digitization will go a long way in creating new content, creating new stories, visualizing newer movies, and so many possibilities are there. So this is only the first step. And for all of you, what you have created is something that is amazing. That's fantastic. It's not a mean measure. I hope it grows from here and the world gets to know about the treasure that we have. Thank you very much for having me here.
தேங்க்யூ சார், தேங்க்யூ. நன்றி உரையாற்ற திரு ரஞ்சித் ரூசோ அவர்களை அழைக்கிறோம்.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இந்த நிகழ்விற்கு வந்து சிறப்பித்த திரு லட்சுமி நாராயணன் அவர்களுக்கும் திரு ஆர் பாலகிருஷ்ணன் அவர்களுக்கும் மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். மேலும் இந்த நிகழ்விற்கு வந்திருக்கும் ட்ரஸ்டி ரமணி நடராஜன் அம்மா அவர்களுக்கும் எனது நன்றிகள். எல்லாரும் ரோஜா முத்தையா லைப்ரரியோட தொடர்ந்து பயணிச்சுட்டு இருக்கவங்க எல்லாருக்குமே இந்த நிகழ்வுக்கு வந்து இங்க இருந்து இவ்வளவு நேரம் இத்தனை மழையிலையும் வந்திருந்து இந்த டிஜிட்டல் லைப்ரரியோட தொடக்கத்துக்கு வந்ததுக்கு எல்லாருக்குமே ரொம்ப நன்றி.
நன்றி. நிகழ்வு நிறைவு பெறுகிறது.